Hey now, I am super excited. Today I went ahead and picked up a pellet grill and smoker. This is something I've been sort of obsessed with for the last couple of weeks. I got to play around with a couple of these owned by people that I know, and I needed to get one, and today's the day. So what I picked up is a Pit Boss. It's a 700 FB pellet grill and smoker, and yeah, it looks pretty sweet. What people were saying about these, it sounded like it was really good quality and a lot of different things going on with it. You can do everything from grilling, braising, barbecuing, baking, searing, roasting, smoking, and char grilling, apparently. So we're going to see if it can do all of those things. Now, first thing I'm going to do here is just pop open these straps so that I can get this out of the box and take a look at it. Straps. Cut the tape. All the way along here. This is going to be fun because I've got stuff to cook with propane. I can cook with charcoal. I can cook with fourth-born children. That way. All right. And now I'm going to be able to cook with wood pellets as well. So, yeah. I'm just going to get myself organized here and we will carry on. Okay, so for starters here, we've got some cardboard framing. I'm going to pop that out and out of the way. It looks like we've got the legs here, plastic wrapped, so that they wouldn't get all scratched up or anything like that. Just going to rip that off so that I can scratch them if I want to. This one here too. What else do we have here? We got some foam. Just sort of protecting the actual smoker box there. Okay, and plastic. Oh, we got manuals. That's probably going to be important. And what else? Okay, so it doesn't look like anything else is securing this in here. I think what we'll do is I'm just going to get my camera woman to end now, and we will get this thing lifted out and set up so that we can carry on. All right, so that was really heavy. Took two adults to kind of pull it out and trying to brace it from underneath here because I didn't want to put a lot of pressure on that the actual hopper and risk causing trouble with that. So just pulling off the foam, gently setting down, seeing what else is going on. Okay, so we got some legs on the inside of that. What else do we have here? A little foam. Maybe some grates probably. Check those out in a minute. And, oh, yeah, all kinds of stuff. Oh, these actually must be the grates. Pop those out. Like so. Oh, this is the top rack. Nice. More foam. Because more is better, I guess. Oh, and then we've got like the heat deflectors and stuff here wrapped in cardboard. Again, so that they would be protected from jostling around during shipping. And, oh, the grease buckets. A little more foam on each of these sides here. Super fun. Okay, so, and that's everything that's in there right now. I'm going to get the instructions out, get these, all these other items unwrapped from their cardboard, so we'll be prepared to actually assemble stuff. Okay, so just pulling out these heat deflectors and whatnot. Point to note here is that maybe be a little careful if you are unwrapping these, because they do have actually some oil on them. So I guess if you're wearing something super nice, just be careful. All right, another thing here is that the instructions said to place it down like this with the hopper end up, just on a piece of that cardboard packaging that was there. Kind of would have been nice if there was some sort of a big thing at the top of the packaging to inform you to do that, because I did have it up on the table and then I had to kind of muscle it back down onto the ground. I found with this model here, it's got the drain port for the grease on that bottom side, so it's actually kind of silly to put it that way down unless you use some of the packaging like I have to actually brace it so all that weight isn't on it, so it's not tipping. All right, so we're going to go ahead and install the bottom, what is now the bottom two legs, and these are the legs that are going to have the wheels on them. So it's just the bolt with the lock lock washer and then the washer on it. All right, so I got those on and tight, and I'm gonna just repeat with the other one and then get the top two on here as well. So an important part is making sure that your little girls don't get a hold of the foam and start ripping it to shreds, because then you lose your mind. Important part right there. All right, next step is just putting on these wheels. Just kind of pop on, and then there's a washer and a nut, and I'm going to be putting that on with a ratchet here with a 1/2-inch socket, just to tighten it up. So we'll get that on here. Oh, she's tight already. And once this is on here, we will repeat with the other side. All right, so next is installing this lower shelf. So holes here and holes are on the inside. Just gonna pop in like so. And I've already got my screws. It's the same thing as with the legs attaching to the barrel. It's just with the lock washer and the washer on it. A little bit tighter space here. Good thing I have these tiny little hands. And just get that kind of secured, and then I'll quickly do the other side, and then let go of it. And so I will get this screwed on and get the other side screwed on, and then it's time to actually upright this bad boy. All right, time to lift this up. I'm just going to brace this with my foot on the wheel here, and up we go. I feel like something's a little uneven here. What's going on? These are all the way they should be. It might just be... Oh yeah, there we go. It was just the concrete. All right, sweet. So now I want to install the lid stopper here. So it can only go up so far, and apparently I just need to pop out this screw like so. Taking care not to lose the washer and the lock washer that are right there. Oh, it's just, yeah, there's a washer. So then this will tuck in like that, and this will just pop right back in. I'll screw this in, and then I'm going to take a look at the manual to see what's next. Okay, so the next step is putting the handle on, and the screws are actually inserted in the handle already. So I'm just gonna pop this up. Man, this is a substantial lid. Well, and it looks like in order to do that, I need to pop off this fun little display sticker here. Maybe I will install this up on the ceiling above my bed or something. Okay, so lid. I'm gonna get these here with the bezels. I'll just do the one for starters here. It's a little tricky, but oh, here we go. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push the bolt through first, and I'm just going to get this one started, and then I'll get the other one started, and then I can tighten them both. Yeah, there we go. Careful not to try and scratch anything. And just repeat on the other side here. Bolt, careful up, bezel, and party time. Okay, so now it's just going to be tightening these up, and then on to the next step. Okay, so what I'm going to do next here is just take this big deflector plate, put it on in. And it goes with these slotted sides, slotted in, yeah, there we go, just like that, because that holds that in place. And then, leave this. So this is for the flame broiler. It said you can expose it. while cooking and get direct flame straight up through there. That just sits in there. The grease bucket also just goes and gets hung in place, you know, because I guess it wouldn't be complete without that. Then I believe I can just go ahead and place the actual grates on. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to take this apart here again afterwards, this part here, just to clean out any of that foam packaging that might still be in there. But I'm just really excited to see what this all looks like together, so bear with me. And sun is making it difficult to see anything right now. Okay, yeah, there we go. It just kind of clicks in. There's some slots there. And it goes in like that. Beauty! Okay, so I'm going to have to peel off the sticker here too. Now that comes off easily enough, which is nice. Oh, I spoke too soon. See? Oh, that's because I got it on there. Yeah, I'll just slightly loosen those screws and pop that off. Let me get this one off here too. Oh, bam! Nice. All right, so here we are. Look at this. I have yet to actually go in and still clean this out. It's dinner time, but I just wanted to get this set up here, take a peek at everything. I do have a couple little things that I'll do. I've got a plan for this here, actually. What I don't like right now is not being able to actually get in here and access stuff. If I need to kind of flick some pellets to help get them out of the drain chute. So my plan here is, actually I'll do this right now. I'm going to take these screws, I'm going to temporarily pop them out, like so. This, and this. Come on. I'm going to try to make this so that it can rotate. There we go. Now, I'm going to just find a couple of nuts, maybe 10-30 seconds. Anyway, I'll find a couple of nuts so this can go back in here, and then this can actually go back in and actually just rest on them. I think. I'll see what that's like once I have a chance to play around with that. So I found these nuts in my garage. I don't know what the exact size is. I tried like some 10-32 nuts that I had, and they were a little too big. So it's something smaller than that. I've had these forever. I don't remember what they were from. But either way, yeah, now the holes are plugged, just like they were from factory. So I'm just going to set this back in here. I could push this all the way down. I find it's rubbing just a little bit, and I don't want to do that every time that I, if I need to open this up and muck around with something, just because it might start to scratch or whatever. So I'm just going to leave it on this angle. That's fine with me. So now the next phase here is to actually plug it in. So the plug-in is just on the back here, and I'm going to plug it into the extension cord. And when you do that, this kind of flashes here, and yeah, you always want to plug it in when it's on the off setting. So now I'm going to prime the auger, and apparently you need to do this the first time that you operate the unit, and any time that you actually run this thing dry and run out of pellets in the hopper. So in order to do that, according to the instructions, is you just turn it on. Ah, it's working. Nice. And then if you look in here, so you can see the fire pot right down in here, right? And so that's it there. And that right down there, which I suppose I can find out with the screwdriver, that there apparently gets real hot, and that's what does all the burning. You can see the auger is slowly turning there, and you need to let this go for approximately a minute, and at that point I'm going to, I'll come back and I'll show you what's going on. Alright, so when this is running, you can hold your hand and you can feel air coming up, and what I was waiting for is to feel this getting warm, and then we know that that igniter down there is hot. And it was almost closer to 2 minutes before I could notice it getting warmer, but that's a good sign. So at this point, I can just switch this to off, which it is off now. And it's time to add some pellets. For this, I've got some maple pellets. It's actually Vermont Castings pellets that are going to go in here. I've seen some varying opinions on the idea of sifting pellets, but I think like any sawdust that's in here is going to be gathered at the bottom of the bag anyway, so I'm not super concerned about doing that now. I think as I near the end of any particular bag, I might kind of go through it carefully and just get any sawdust out of there. So now at this point, those pellets are going to be coming through and working through. It might take a few minutes for them to actually hit the end of the auger. I'm waiting until they actually start to fall out here. Alright, so that's funny. After I filled it with pellets, I totally forgot to set it back to smoke, so I was sitting here for a minute like, why isn't the auger turning? And then realized that I'm an idiot. So yeah, after you fill the pellets in there, you obviously have to switch it back to smoke. That auger will spin and that will start to send the pellets through. Well, as you can see there, they are now starting to fall in. So at this point, I'm actually going to switch this back to off and just reinstall the all the components here. Okay, so I got these in there. It might be a little bit easier to see this time around. So this that one grill part there that's a little bit longer just sets into any one of these notches here. So I guess you can adjust that for how far forward you want. So now at this point, they say for this burning off of any quote-unquote foreign matter, you want to set at least 350 degrees, and once this gets up to temp, let it go for 30 to 40 minutes. That's going to burn off oils and anything that might, any residues of any kind that might possibly be in here. And you do that, I guess, with the lid on. Oh, it's a little bit quieter with it like that. Sweet. So I'm going to see how long that takes to get smoky. Alright, so it was about 3 minutes. And this began to produce quite a bit of smoke, and now it's producing a ton of smoke, and some of it at this point isn't super pleasant. I know that's just some of that oil and stuff burning off, so that's not a huge deal. I know I've smelt these pellets before and they're awesome, so this is going to be fantastic. But yeah, 3 minutes or so and it was starting to gibber, and we're already yeah, so 115 degrees in there, and right now it's been about 4.5 to 5 minutes. Yeah, as you can see, all that oil and stuff on those on that deflector's burning off. Hence that not super appetizing smell. I'm also gonna see whether or not this method works of just kind of doing a little side-by-side comparison with some thermometers versus what the Pit Boss is telling me. So in about 12 minutes, we got right up to temperature, and it's been swinging a little bit. So it's set at 350. It's gone as high as 380, and then I mean I have opened the lid a couple of times to muck around, but I can see it is overshooting. So I might have to do a little playing around with that. But that temperature was matching up with those temperature probes, so that's really really heartening. And then also it's pretty much on point here. It's reading 370 and this is reading 375 there. So yeah, that is awesome. I'm gonna let this go for probably another 20 minutes or so here before I go to power down. Well, I do want to mention, after that initial spike off the bat where it hit 380, it's really been hanging out right between like 345 and 355, really quite consistently. So I'm very, very impressed with that. I've given it 40 minutes here at the higher temperature. It is, everything's looking clean. It's smelling awesome. Very excited. So at this point, I'm just going to be powering it back down, letting it cool down, and then tucking it away and covering it up. So yeah, if you like this, subscribe and get notified. I definitely plan on doing making some videos, cooking up some sweet meat and smoking some stuff on this bad boy. So yeah, folks, till next time, keep it at 11.